Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. Yeah, usually I'm not live on a Tuesday, but holy cow, you guys are amazing with the super chat goals, and you keep on unlocking these, bonus streams. So here we are. Oh, and maybe I would have gone live last night, but I checked out the Scream Unseen over at AMC Theaters, and it was Eli Roth's Ice Cream Man, which I was very much looking forward to. However, if you want to know my full thoughts, you're going to have to go on over to the Horror Show channel and check out the review over there. Or you can wait until later tonight when I will have my, short, non-spoiler review out. So I will not ask any or answer any questions about it. I don't know, maybe if you send in a $10 super chat, I'll ask a small little question about it. But really, I want to give my full thoughts on an actual vid. Welcome on in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for joining me here. It is Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. Holy cow, we're in the first week of August already, guys. Man, Thursday. So first off, today, Coast Guard Day. Happy birthday, Coast Guard. Second off, tomorrow is my dad's birthday. 78 years old, I think. 78? No, 77. He'll be 77. Yeah, because he was born in 49. Wow, hardcore. 77 years old for my dad tomorrow. So I might do something. I might do like a daytime late night, like a late night before dark tomorrow. Or I might just take the day off and hang out with my dad all day. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to think about it, guys. But I do have a super chat goal up in the YouTube side of things. If we get 5 super chats of $5 or more in the next hour, I will do a bonus stream on Thursday. And guys, Thursday is my 1 year of no alcohol. Thursday is my, did they even have a name? Did they call it like soberversary? I mean, I struggle to use the word sober because I still use the cannabis pens, but I have not had, alcohol in almost a year. So yeah, if you guys want to unlock another fun bonus stream on Thursday night, we can do that. If not, no big deal. We can figure out another time this weekend to hang out. But yeah, we are here to celebrate 30 years of From Dusk Till Dawn. Technically, it came out January 19th of 1996, so we're a little behind here. But when I was looking for something, I had no idea what I was going to do on this stream, and I was like, you know what? A lot of people have really been digging the watch parties lately. I feel like a lot of you have really been enjoying them. And why not find a movie with an anniversary that we can celebrate? And From Dusk Till Dawn, it's a perfect movie for the end of summer, by the way, because it's hot and sweaty and dirty and bloody and all that kind of stuff. But guys, it very well could be my favorite vampire movie of all time. Like, I'm trying to think of one that I have more fun with than From Dusk Till Dawn, and I don't think so. I think this is like the perfect combo of Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. I think this is way better than anything they ended up doing with Grindhouse, but this really is sort of like, I would not be surprised if this is where the idea of Grindhouse came from. It seems to be the genesis as far as doing something really pulpy and really fun, and having Tarantino bring some ideas and Robert Rodriguez bring some ideas, and then they just literally cobbled them together and found a way to make them work. I think the script is like amazing in this movie. It cracks me up. The acting is incredible. I mean, Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, George Clooney, Danny Trejo, Salma Hayek, Cheech Marin. Oh my gosh, what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. He plays Earl McGraw. What is that actor's name? He's so good. He was in Tusk. He was in both of the Kill Bills. I think he played Earl McGraw he plays Earl McGraw in Kill Bill, and I think he played him in Planet Terror as well. And I'm totally forgetting his name. I believe he's passed away. So, I gotta look it up. I feel terrible not knowing it off the bat, but I will. Maybe one of you guys can let me know in the chat. I'm going to jump over, say what's up to you guys. We're going to get this thing rolling because the movie's like an hour and 48 minutes. So I do want to hop on it because it's a little late for you East Coast folks. So I'm going to say what's up. We're going to get the movie rolling. We'll have some fun with factoids, trivia, all that kind of stuff as we watch. But let me say hello to you fine people. What's happening? Antonis, one of our great channel members. Welcome on in, bud. Paula Fitzhenry, another one of our channel members, and she picks Lost Boys from that bunch. The Lost Boys is really good. I think it's really difficult, like, if you happen to like dudes, how can you not pick the Lost Boys? I mean, it's got the hottest dudes. It's a dude central. And then I think, you know, maybe From Dusk Till Dawn, like for me, it's not the sexy side of things, really. I mean, that element is in the movie for sure. But for me, like what I really like about it is the comic book sort of feel, the pulp kind of feel. Honestly, like I'll mention certain points later as we get into the film, guys. But this movie reminds me of Dawn of the Dead a lot, like the original Dawn of the Dead. Not that it is copying it or anything like that. It really is just a feeling that I get from how fun it is, like how zany and comic booky it gets with the gore and everything and the premise. And then when we get to the spot in the movie where our characters sort of like they level up and they get ready for like the big attack or whatever, I'm like, this is so Dawn of the Dead. Like it's just a really fun, pretty lighthearted vampire movie with terrible tragedy. Tia Nina, welcome on in, one of our great channel members. Hope you are doing very well, miss. And Paula's getting the super chat goal going here. Boom, bonus stream, $5. Thank you so very much, Paula. Should we celebrate it? If we do the bonus stream that's 1 year sobriety, should we just I just buy a 24 pack and drink the whole thing? I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding. We'll think of something fun to do. Yeah, it's crazy, man, Collex. It is crazy. Welcome on in. I know, 30 years of that, 30 years of Scream. It's wild. What's happening, Steph? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing very, very well tonight. We got the lovely Miss Jamie Hart, one of our channel members, original Death Squad mod, our mama mod, and a dear friend. Hope you're doing well, Jamie. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll let you guys know everything you need to know. I will let you know in my review. Watching this movie, you realize how it feels like a crime movie before it becomes a horror movie. Yeah, it's like Quentin Tarantino wrote the first half, or at least was like, hey, I got this crime movie. We're actually going to talk about that. Slasher Fred, I'm going to say it before you do because you are the trivia master. But I can't let you be the trivia master every time on my own channel, right? Like you could be the trivia master most of the time, but the Tarantino side of things, the Gecko brothers, all of that, the crime and everything like that, that started out as a Vega Brothers story. So originally, Tarantino wanted to have Michael Madsen and John Travolta in a movie at one point. I think this was, back then, like before Kill Bill, all that kind of stuff. And I think, so it was going to be a Vega Brothers movie. It was going to star those two actors. So I think they were going to say that it happened before Reservoir Dogs, obviously, and before Pulp Fiction, obviously. But they were going to roll with that. But then, things changed. Maybe he thought, oh, I got to do something different with the Vega Brothers and just change the name. Yeah. Steph's birthday in 1 month. Holy cow, Steph, we're going to have a party. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Oh, Jamie had the Jamie Hart experience. This one, I'll tell my story once we get the movie rolling. How about that? Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I think it's totally fair to call it sober. It's what do they call it? Oregon sober, when you smoke weed but you don't drink. Gory Tiger, what's happening, bud? Welcome on in. Brock Savage. Tarantino directed a scene in Sin City. They've been collaborating for years. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean they've been, I think, like very similar styles as far as, like, I don't think they have the same kind of storytelling, visual storytelling style per se, but I think very similar just in how, these guys can make a lot out of not very much, as far as like they don't need very much money. They're very creative in their craft. They're very passionate fans of film as well as technicians in the field, Yeah, I would not be surprised if Tarantino saw El Mariachi and, because he was coming up right at the same time. Tarantino was more of a name in 96, but he wasn't who he is now. He did have two of his movies were out at that point. I think, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. I don't know if Jackie Brown was out at that point. It might have come out like right around that time. Welcome on in, Ryan, one of our great channel members. How are you doing? Yes, he plays the Creole guy, right? The French, Louisiana French. Yeah, his brother is he either plays Jacques or Jacques is his brother. Yeah, Michael Parks is fucking awesome. It's like, I love him as Earl McGraw, and oh my god, I think is it Kill Bill Volume 2, or I get those movies so confused. It's one movie. How am I supposed to remember which part is? It's one movie. They just made them break it up into two pieces. when he plays like the Mexican gangster. I can't remember which Kill Bill that takes place in, but oh my God, it's like you can't even tell it's him. He is a master, and Jamie, you know this at least from Twin Peaks. Like, he is a master of accents. Like, the most white bread looking guy. You'll see it with the character he plays here today, and then he's just this master of other, accents. Thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate it, man. And thank you for being a channel member. Jeff says, congratulations, Davey. I'm so ancient that I've seen most of these films in theaters. Yeah, I was just 14 I was 13 when it came out. I wasn't even 14 yet in January. So I will tell my story once we get going, yeah. Ever seen the original test trailer From Dusk Till Dawn? Has Joe Pilato from Day of the Dead and directed by Robert Kurtzman. I'm sure I've seen it because back in the day I had that double DVD. Now I've got the Blu-ray. I think I still have my double DVD because it has special features that I don't know if they're on the Blu-ray. So I probably have seen it. It's been, oh my God, probably 20 years. I don't remember it per se, but I love Joe Pilato. I sure do. Ben Grimm, one of our great channel members, says, I just watched the third one in this franchise, which is a Western. Yeah, after the second one, that was really bad. From Dusk Till Dawn 2 is really bad, so I stopped watching. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, it's true. It is very rarely will it be something really cool, but every now and then it is. I've seen maybe out of the Scream unseen side, yeah, most of them have been pretty underwhelming. But Primate was okay. Primate was probably one of the better ones. Jurassic World was a screen unseen, not Scream unseen, and Jurassic World was fine, or whatever they called that last one, Rebirth, whatever. Leo the lion, right, Ben? Happy birthday in a few weeks, Ben. Come on back, and we will celebrate your birthday. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. What's happening, Aaron? Welcome on in. Welcome. Gory, I don't know if I said hi, but hi again. Jackie Brown was 97. Okay. So yeah, Tarantino was a name for sure, but he wasn't the institution that he is now. Well, maybe I will have to watch it because I do love me some Michael Parks. By the way, Jiggy, welcome on in. I don't know if I said welcome on in, but thank you so much for the $5, Jiggy, one of our great channel members. Jiggy just really making it happen here lately. Very, very appreciative, Jigsaw. Thank you so very much. Jock's the brother. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Jamie. What's happening, Liz? Welcome on in. I think I'm all caught up. Adrian, welcome on in, Adrian. Guys, let's go ahead and get the movie rolling because, it's an hour and 48 minutes. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road, as it were. Let's see here. I'm just going to pause the stopwatch at about 5 seconds there. Let me grab that stopwatch here. I'm going to grab it. Oh my gosh, guys, I got to tell you this really stupid story really quick. When I lived in Portland, I used to take the bus quite a bit, to and from work. And there was this one bus driver. I must have looked like somebody that she dated that disappointed her or something like that. Or maybe it's just that random people like to take out their ire on me. I don't know. It's been a weird year, but I would, gosh, what did I say one time? I was I hopped on the bus and I showed my pass or whatever, or put money in the thing. And I said something about, I think I said I'd like to grab a ticket. And as I was putting my money in, and she had this whole, you can't grab a ticket, but I'll give you one. This whole, you're just going to, it's like when you ask a teacher when you're a kid, can I go to the bathroom? And they're like, I don't know. Can you? And it's we're going to fucking fight over dumbass semantics right now. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm going to pay for the ticket. I just want to grab the ticket. It's just a colloquialism. Grab, give you a shout, give you a ring, grab, come on, guys. Come on, bus driver lady. She was kind of a jerk. Yes, the movie is on Paramount Plus, and I don't think it's on Tubi. At least I didn't see it there, but I'm going to be sailing the 7 seas for this one because my copy is, it's just a lot tougher. Oh, my tombstone fell down, guys. My tombstone took a tomb dive. Yeah, I'll be sailing the 7 seas for this one, but yeah, just because my TV's behind me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this rolling. How about it? I am going to go over here. All right, guys, we're gonna stop the music. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, play. Guess what? I'm gonna hit play on the movie. when I say play, and then we'll get the stopwatch back up and running. This is From Dusk Till. Actually, you know what? Before we get going, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, hype the video. If you're watching after the fact and you're like, oh my God, I love From Dusk Till Dawn so GD much, then jump on in. Jump on into the comments. Let me know what you think. Hype up that stream, all that kind of good stuff. That reminded me to put everyone's chats there on the screen so you folks that watch after the fact can react in real time to the chats and not 15 minutes late like when I get to them. How about that? All right, guys, here we go. We are all set. I'm going to get the movie going. This is From Dusk Till Dawn from 1996, directed by Robert Rodriguez and written by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, play. Now, I want you to let me know if you are watching this along. So jump on into the live chat or jump into the comments and let me know if you're watching along, guys. Okay, so the very first time, I'll tell my story really quick. The first time I watched this movie was right after I got my wisdom teeth taken out. Yeah, it was what I was 15. Yeah, we came out. I think I caught this on, I must have been 14 or 15 at the time. So the movie had been out for a little bit. You know, I didn't see it right away. And I was dealing with this crazy pain with my wisdom teeth. But they had to chop them off the bone or whatever. Like they weren't impacted, but they still had to cut them off the bone. And whenever your bone reconstructs, like, you know, it doesn't feel great. And then I'm sure you guys, everyone's experienced like mouth pain or discomfort in your mouth, like not cool. And it was just like a bunch of little needles stabbing in my sockets. I was in such immense pain. And I'm sitting there just trying to do whatever I can to forget it. My brother Matt had rented this movie. And I remember watching this on VHS with my brother Matt and my mom. And then another fun thing, I rented some other movies. I can't remember all of them, guys, but I think I went out later and rented because I remember like this whole weekend of dealing with that mouth pain. And I went out and got like Maniac Cop. I think it was the first Maniac Cop because I believe Bruce Campbell is in that movie. And that was in my era of getting into Evil Dead. And I was like, well, if Bruce Campbell's in it, I'm going to watch it. And then, you know, and then I found out years later, oh my God, that's Robert Zadar from Soul Taker and from what's the other one? Other Mystery Science Theater movie he's in. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name. Future War. That's what it's called. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm on a little bit of a caffeine kick here because I just got my C4, my Jolly Rancher, Watermelon Jolly Rancher C4. I'm about to fight a motherfucker if I have to. You know what I mean? I will. You know what line I love? I will fight every fucker in this room. The accent that he's got here, that Michael Parks has here, is just incredible. He sounds true blue. I love this other guy. What's this guy? John Hawkes. I feel like he dies in a lot of movies he's in, but he's very... I mean, this is just such great natural acting. Like this feels like a Tarantino film. I mean, the movie is super high quality. Not flipping burgers. Hello, future chat. Hell yeah, Tia. Watching and doing homework. Love it, Steph. Steph, you're obviously you're taking classes. I would imagine you're going to finish a degree. You don't have to share with the rest of the class. But I'm curious to know what you're going to school for and everything. Feel free to share. Oh yeah. They fit together really well though. I think that's the cool thing is like, yeah, on paper you're like, oh, it's a crime story mixed with a vampire story. It doesn't feel jarring. You know what I mean? Like the transition from one to the other is so smooth. The Gecko brothers act consistently throughout the whole film. So I think that really helps with the through line, right? And the movie does a really cool storytelling trick that I love where you get an opening here that tells you all about the Gecko brothers. Then we're going to meet the Gecko brothers, but then we get to jump tracks and meet the other characters that we're going to follow. And there's that little kind of jumping back and forth. Hell yeah, Liz. What's for dinner tonight? And then, yeah, of course, whenever you're able to jump in. Oh, geez. There we go. Okay. When you're able to jump in, we got the stopwatch up there for you. I'm sure you noticed, but you know, some people still ask. What happened? Guess not. Have a great stream. I'm out. What happened? Oh, boo, I can't watch along. Hold on. Oh, gotcha. This just, I mean, the tension just ratchets up so quickly here. And Tarantino, he's pretty funny here as Richie. But dude, George Clooney's performance, like, I think early on in the film part of his career, because, you know, he started out in film, or, you know, film and television, but TV is really where he broke with ER. I think in his film career, he's had some spotty roles and some spotty performances, but man, he's really good here. Love that Richie is just so like blasé about it, because he's just, as we'll find, a total psycho. Healthcare administration. I'm a junior, almost done. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Steph. What's happening, Blu-ray? Welcome on in, man. Oh, stir fry. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Love a good stir fry. Eating DQ tonight. There you go. It was Taco Tuesday here at the Deathray household. And now I'm on my caffeine kick to, you know, keep me frosty. Oh, bummer. Here, I can drop the link. Here's the link where I'm watching it from. I'll drop it in the chat. Fucking Earl McGraw is just dunzo. That is a crazy squib. I didn't say help us. I love it. Yeah, Richie shouldn't have a gun. And Tarantino's he's rocking Courtney Cox's bangs from Scream 3 in this movie. Yeah, I think this is mine too, Blue. I can't think of another one that I like as much as this. I can't think of another vampire movie that's this much fun. I love it. Bob Hogue, who is, it's wild. He's the drummer and songwriter from a band named Pollen that I love, and he's a producer now. He's produced a whole bunch of like big bands and stuff like that. He lives here in the Phoenix area, and I always see him at horror cons. Like, I just met him at a horror con this summer. Met him for the first time because I was too shy to go up to him before. Yeah, I can be shy sometimes. But he reached out because he saw my Instagram story where I was like or I was like best vampire movie ever. And he was like, even better than Fright Night 85. And I was like, I think so. For me, like, I like Fright Night just fine. But From Dusk Till Dawn is so much fun, you know? The camera work here, the zooms and the pullouts and just the editing is very, like, when I say comic booky, that's what I mean, is like the edits and the shot composition are very, like, we're getting so much information and it's so tense, and the movie hasn't even really started yet. This is how you fucking make an opening to a movie, goddammit. Like, I've seen a lot of lazy movies in 2026. Let me just tell you that. A lot of lazy movies, and I can't believe they cost millions of dollars to make. And when I say lazy movies, what I really mean are lazy filmmakers and lazy storytellers. No shade to anyone on the crew that's just doing a job to get the job done, right? Yeah, you have to share with the rest of us, Ryan. I'll have, you know, hopefully you got a Butterfinger or Oreo, you know, Frosty, or what? Not a Frosty, Blizzard? Is that the technical term? Cement mixer. And this is great. Them walking out of here with just all the explosions going on. I love the casual conversation, kind of. They're talking about this terrible thing just very casually. I knew he knew. The dirtiest car ever. The dirtiest Mustang. Is that what that is? Is that a Mustang? I think it's a Mustang. Maybe a Malibu. I don't know. Mustang? This song is a ripper. This is exactly what it looks like pretty much where I live. Like a mountain in the distance with dusty air. Yeah. This song is so good. It it just it helps with the atmosphere. The music is incredible in this movie overall. Like the band and the house band at the Titty Twister is incredible. Dark Night. Great title card here. I like that it's a different title card or, title than what they use, what I've got next to me. Right, there you go. Oh my gosh. Just Tom Savini, John Saxon. Oh yeah, because John Saxon is in that. I don't think we've seen him yet, but we see him here on the TV in a few. Yeah, John Saxon playing a cop in a horror movie. Never seen that before. Now, everyone, be cool. You be cool. Yeah, the dialogue is so punchy in this movie. Tarantino and Rodriguez together on a script. Yeah. K and B did the effects here. Yeah, like he did like Out of Sight with Soderbergh, which is like, kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, there's something about him in this role. And I would imagine for a lot of the ladies, this has got to be peak George as far as sexiness goes, right? Yeah, he's solid. He's a solid performer. And a good director. He directed Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, I think. That movie's really good. It's with riced cauliflower though, and I'm worried it's gonna taste like shit, but I'm excited to try it. Here's the cool thing about stir fry, Liz, is just add more soy sauce, add some spice or something. You'll be able to make it taste right. This is one of my favorite gags here with the bell. Yeah, so he just grabs it and starts, and then this exchange. God damn you! What the hell do you want? You mean old bastard! I want a fucking room. Oh my god! I just like this is how everyone should talk. Paula, you got it on Amazon. Yes, R.I.P. to Earl McGraw and Michael Parks, unfortunately. We got Tay Tay jumping on in. What's happening? Tay Tay says, guys, my bestie took me to my local theater to see the movie for the first time. Hell yeah. Yeah, it is it's a damn fun one. I didn't even know about this movie until it was out on video. 1997, again, I was not even 14 years old. Like I was a kid that was into horror movies, but I wasn't like at that age, I was like really into like Green Day and NoFX and Pennywise and Bad Religion. Those were the things I was nerding out about. I wasn't buying Fangoria when I was a kid. Really wasn't buying any magazines. I love all the I said plants don't talk. First movie was Return to Horror High in 87. That's his first one? Okay. So he did TV first. I know he was in Attack of the Killer Tomatoes or Return of the Killer Tomatoes must have been just after that. Yeah. So yeah, it was like TV, a little bit of film, but I feel like he didn't really like no one knew who he was until, ER really popped, It's going to be that way there. Voice to text will be wacky. Jigsaw dropping another $5 super chat. Says it's another song I don't know, so let me sing it as best I can. Don't you stop. Don't stop the crying, it'll be all right. Just take my hand and it'll be all right. There you go, Jiggy. Thank you so much for the $5, man. Really do appreciate you. What did he just say? Say, wow. Yeah. Yeah. They do a great job of just setting up the tension, who the business guy is, who the wild card is, in this relationship. And ultimately, I think it's cool that this isn't a Vega Brothers movie because we already kind of knew those characters. And I think the Vega brothers are like they're pretty similar. Like, I like that the Gecko brothers are different in personality. This is a really nice shot here. George and the actress up front, and then Tarantino in the background, out of focus. He's out of focus because he's not in his right mind. They're in focus because, well, Seth is a dick, but he's not like totally psycho. Yeah, I've never seen that movie. Man, that new Killer Tomatoes movie looks terrible. And they made it PG-13. I'm like, so you're doing a Killer Tomatoes movie. You can't even make it like fun and R-rated. Hmm. I mean, Tom is just in the one role, right? I know Cheech plays like 3 or 4 roles. He was. He was on a show called ER that wasn't the show called ER that made him a star. And that rhymes, so you know it's true. But it also is just true. Exactly. Yeah. It's a dark night. Love that cracky voice, like or like blues desert rock. Jigsaw dropping another $5 super chat. Holy cow, Jiggy. AI will protect you from all around. I think you mean I, but I love that it's AI accidentally. AI will protect you from all around. AI will be there. Don't you cry. What's Richie up to, guys? I don't like it. I don't like it. Holy cow! We reached our goal already. You guys are absolutely off the chain. Whatever they say, whatever the kids say these days, I don't even know. You guys are amazing. Seriously, though, we're barely into the stream, and the fact that you guys crushed that super chat goal, absolutely incredible. Thank you so very much. We'll have a really fun time. Thursday is my sober versary. So I mean, you guys are more than welcome to bring whatever you got and sip on whatever you got. But yeah, we'll have should we play some drinking games but sober versions, and then everyone just gets frustrated and doesn't want to do them because they're not really fun games. They're just an excuse to get completely hosed. I'm gonna look up everywhere this was shot because I'm pretty sure it's probably like New Mexico or just LA. Let's see. Calico Dry Lake, California. That's where the titty twister. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Juliette Lewis is really good here. I mean, Harvey Keitel is just unbelievable all the time, right? And like he doesn't phone it in for this movie. I really do think the performances like ground um, quite a bit here for how silly the movie is. Excuse me. Oh, East Lancaster. Okay, World of Liquor is in or Street East in Lancaster. Okay, Barstow, Glendale, Redmond, Washington. Redmond, Washington. Fuck, Seattle, Washington. What? They don't tell you where they shot those things. I'm like, what? Where was that? What did they shoot there? It's wild. Now, I never seen this actor in anything else. Um, the kid that plays the son. I don't think I've seen him in anything else. Let's see here. What is his name? Ernest Liu, Scott Fuller. He doesn't even have a picture on IMDb. Oh, he hasn't acted since '05. Okay. No, he just must have left the business. He seems a little stiff here. Like Juliette Lewis and Harvey Keitel are so good. Is that Vincent Gallo in the background there? um, so I mean, I would have been intimidated too. Seriously, it's Vincent Gallo in the background. You guys are absolutely incredible. I don't think he does. I think he's just a straight up psychopath, Tia. I think that that's his psychopathy is what has made him disconnected and what makes him not understand social cues and all that stuff. Because he's fine with Seth, you know? He was Aunt Jackie's boss in Roseanne. Michael Parks or the clerk from the shop? I didn't say fuck him. Harvey plays this really well. You know, somebody that's like, had lost their faith, you know? Or I guess maybe he hasn't lost his faith, he just feels like he can't do his job. Oh, but he does say, "I love him, but I don't believe in him." Right? Are you is George Clooney? Weakest Tarantino performance was his, cameo in Django Unchained. He has a really bad Australian accent. Oh, I can hardly even remember. I love this chick is hilarious on the news. She's loving every minute of the report, you know? Bad boy George Clooney picture there. Who are those guys? Well, I wonder if some of this stuff was shot in Seattle. I'm like, where did they what was shot in Seattle? When they do, like, the death tally here, shit cracks me up. Big Springs or Lancaster. Earl, no. The picture of Pete Bottoms is one of my favorites. Death toll of 16. The flashing of the numbers. Yeah, very well played on the comedy here. And there we got our John Saxon. John Saxon looked the same for like 25 to 30 years of his life. It's not just Paul Rudd and Mark Ruffalo, guys. Although now Paul Rudd and Mark Ruffalo look super old. Like they didn't age for a while and now they're just like completely ancient out of nowhere. Yeah, dead stare in that camera. And then back to our lovely little sepia toned scene here at the motel. Oh my God. Is it Big Kahuna Burger? I think it's Big Kahuna Burger they got. It is, yeah. What's happening, Corey? Hope you're doing well, man. We got Corey from Wilkie's Movies and Music in the house, right? Big Kahuna. Yep. Yes, because mom passed away and dad feels like it's God's fault. Yeah. I would say, like, I think it's kind of unrealistic that a pastor would lose their faith over something like that. I think that's like one thing that you can tell maybe Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez really don't understand like people of faith that would dedicate their lives to service of the church or a church. Um, I feel like if they reached that point in their life where that's what they were doing for their job, they would understand that you know, they would say, well, it was part of God's plan. No matter how bad it hurt, unfortunately. At least like the people I know that are in those positions don't seem like they would be uh seems like they would be unwavered. Love the editing here. You know, it's a tasteful way of like we know what happened here. You know, we don't need to see a long prolonged shot. Um George's acting here is incredible. It's almost like his right eye is like wandered off, like they're not even really it's incredible here. And it's telling it with those flashes are telling the audience everything they need to know about the horror. And then we do see a little bit. Yeah, I mean, back there you can see the aftermath. Now, in 2026, some filmmakers would be like, "Oh, you're gonna watch this whole scene," but I like that it's This is dynamics in the film. And the movie is relatively lighthearted, and it would have made it pretty grim to put that in there. He was the one that was okay. My free association is terrible when I'm catching up on chat. What's that? It's, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking. Yeah, I'm because I'm like I could sit there and try to like some phrases YouTube might not want me to say. Maybe I need to watch the show. Is the show good? I don't know. I heard good things about the show, but I hadn't seen it. Gotcha. So is the first season like a retelling of the first movie? Yeah, he's really good in that one. Yeah, Enter the Dragon's fun. And he's like a good guy in Enter the Dragon, right? I think so. Mhm. I saw her name in the credits. I just didn't I'm like, I know her name, and I'm just trying to think like where else do I know her name from? Like her name is so recognizable. Um, oh, she was in Twins, Jerry Maguire, For the Love of the Game. Okay. Oh my gosh, she passed away in 2020. Oh, that's so sad. I had no idea. She was only 57 years old. George just being a weirdo. Being a weirdo. It's true, he's only human. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Rocking that blues guitar. Yeah, I just think you can tell that the people that write these movies probably aren't people of faith, which is, I mean, whatever. It is, I mean, it's like anything else, if you write something that you don't really know, unless you consult with somebody that does. But either way, if that's the impetus to get the character in the spot that you need them to be in, then of course you can have them lose their faith. Elza Gonzalez plays Satanica in the show. Yeah, I saw that she was in the show. The character. It's interesting. They put her. Am I reading the name right? Elza or is it Isa? I don't even know. I don't know who that is though. Oh, John Travolta. Oh my God, Sandy. Oh, she's in Christine. There's a From Dusk Till Dawn TV show. I think it ran a few seasons, something like that. I don't know if it was on like FX or whatever it was on. Let me look it up. Oh my gosh, you couple of boop. I love the banter back and forth and Harvey Keitel, Jacob just not giving a fuck about these guys. And you know what? Jacob, great name. Great name for the character because I don't for those of you who don't know, Jacob in the Bible was renamed Israel, which means I wrestled with God. So it's a perfect name for our character here who is literally gone through a wrestle with his faith and with God. Okay, let's find out about this show. Reddit, is the From Dusk Till Dawn TV series worth watching? And somebody says it's really fun to watch. The first season is more of a remake of the original movie, but with new characters as well as including new scenes. Yeah, and they went like a full Latino kind of route. It looks like as far as the all of the players go, or the main players. And yeah, the chick on the cover is Satanica. She looks all right. I don't know if anyone could. I mean, let's just be honest, guys. The Salma Hayek scene in this movie like changed everyone's life that saw it, and I don't think there's a better like striptease or dance in a movie that I've ever seen. It's pretty incredible. I wouldn't even recognize her. I know the name. Was she like a famous tattoo artist or something like that? Or is she a singer? I don't even know. Like I'm like, who are these people? I'm old and out of touch. Well, yeah, apparently he's got like one more original movie left in him. He said he would direct something else that like wasn't his. So I don't know. There was talk for a while about him doing a Star Trek movie. Yeah, he's trying to be a tough man here, but yeah, that's not fucking that. This is fucking this. I love that line. So Precinct 13, that must be a band that got their name from Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah, it's kind of like I mean, Jacob, you got to understand why he needs all of you there, right? You can't leave people to go run and tell the cops. Disney created. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, then I have no idea who it is. I just know the name. I couldn't even if you had me draw a picture of this person, I'd be like, vaguely white with brown or black hair. I don't know. This song is awesome. This dingue woman. Just I'm not the biggest like blues doesn't always hit for me if I'm just picking something to listen to. I'm not going to pick the blues, right? But man, movies are all about mood and atmosphere and you know, I think music can help create that. I love the blues here. Put in your bit. This is a really fun little character moment. And just another example of yeah, Richie is kind of like a kid, infantilized, and Seth has got to look out for him every step of the way. But usually you'd only have to put your bit in if you're sleeping, right? I wear a retainer for my teeth and it helps me, it prevents me from grinding, but also it keeps my teeth straight. So I can have my beautiful Davey Deathray smile. Ah. He probably will, which is why he should just do an old Western Evil Dead film. El Rey Network. Okay, thank you so much. And Rodriguez. Well, and so it makes sense that he would turn his characters into, you know, Latinos. I mean, whatever. I don't care. If it's good, it's good. I really don't care. Yeah, I read an interview where he said like if he did something that wasn't his own creation, he wouldn't count it against his tally because it wouldn't be like his own thing. And he didn't, you know, Death Proof, I don't think is counted in there. So yeah, we just got the story there that she was in an accident and it was a slow, painful death. I love the he's trying not to lose his cool. Love this line. Think I've gotten about as up close and personal with you as I'd like. Yeah, I love the Seth is like his feelings are like hurt for a millisecond, then he's like, "Yeah, wait, I'm the one with the gun, so let me just turn this back around." I saw somebody mention my tiki mug. Yes, I got this from, I think this was FYE, for your entertainment, like the Sam Goody store, the old movie. I think they probably still have them in malls in certain places. But yeah, this is the Curse of Michael Myers tiki mug. This one has blood on it. I had one that didn't have blood on it, and one of my cats had a freak out and knocked it off the counter, and then no more tiki mug. Yeah, you got to look out for Richie. And it would all fly right over my head because I just don't. Maybe I should look her up. Should I look her up? Let's see here. Who the hell are you, Demi Lovato? That's a really annoying name. I will say that. I'm gonna get grumpy about the name. I don't like it. Doesn't seem real to me. Demetria Devon Lovato. Okay. Demetria. That's a beautiful name. I mean, I think Demi's really cute. Like, I had a cat named Demi. She was half white, half black, so called her Demi. Yeah, Demi Lovato's, she's a cutie. Yeah. And the song's been in the background just going the whole time. It's great. Just a nice, chill, sexy blues song. Then we get to see really even more into Richie's psychosis here. He's just he's just not really all there. Yeah. You know what you said back to me there in the room. We missed that part. Well, I missed that part because I was talking to you guys. Yeah, Suncoast. That's the other one. Yeah. It might have been Suncoast where I got the tiki mug. I just know it was the movie store. I stopped looking at the signs. Like, all you movie stores and malls are the same thing. What does she ask him in that scene? She's like, "Would you do me a favor and lick my pussy, please?" I think is what she says. If only it were that easy, guys. If you just like meet somebody and they just ask you that question. If only. I would gladly oblige and do you that favor, miss. Yes, yes, yes. He's got all sorts of rules. Yeah, if I do this guy, I'm going to do like 20 movies, but only 10 of them are really going to count. No, but seriously, like, Quentin, do an Evil Dead movie. Fund your own. Go to Sam Raimi. Quentin Tarantino goes to Sam Raimi and says, "Hey, let me fund half of it. Let's make a movie together. Like, let's do a Tarantino style Evil Dead. It'd be fucking dope." Or a Romero zombie movie, because I know he's really into those too. Oh, she did. She did Let It Go. I've still never heard that song. I've heard other people sing it, but I've never heard I haven't seen Frozen. Yeah, there's a Discord for the channel. Their link is in the description below, and it's totally free to join and all that kind of fun stuff. George Clooney was paid $250,000 for this movie. I guess that makes sense back in this time because he wasn't really a movie star. He was the TV star trying to break into becoming a movie star. It's almost the same thing, Ben. It is. Yeah, when I was like a little kid, I remember my sisters, using the term butt licker as you little butt licker, like just when you're being a shit or whatever. The older I got, I was like, I guess it depends on who. Yeah, I don't know what they have here. It's one of those. It's like Suncoast or FYE. I haven't seen a Sam Goody in years, but yeah, Suncoast or FYE. It probably just depends on them all. Hey, we got our first Cheech sighting here. Does a very good like Southern accent, if I remember correctly. Got a little bit of Southern twang in there. Hi, how many with you? He's really good at what is it's 3 roles, right? Because he's this guy, he's Carlos at the end, and then he's, the Barker at the titty twister, right? I don't think there's a as long as I don't act like a fucking nut, implying that I've been acting like a fucking nut. But you meant the other 2. This conversation that Richie and Seth are having, this is now we do this in the comments section, and it takes all day to have this conversation instead of just having it in person, and then one person knocks the other person out. The fate when George Clooney decks him and then makes that he's like he like does that wide eye, like takes a breath in, and Juliette Lewis's character thanks him for for knocking him out. One of my favorite moments. I mean, almost every moment in this movie is one of my favorite moments. Clearly, you guys can tell that I really love this one. I'm sure. I do. I never really noticed before. This does have like a brown, of like a nice sepia tone. Like looks. It's got an aged look. I like that. This face here cracks his neck and then yeah. The little juts his neck or his head out a little bit and opens his eyes all super wide. Love it. Yeah, I mean, he shows up at the end of that Flash movie. He's not bad for like if you put him in a grittier movie. Yeah, I think there's, I don't know. I kind of like it when it's not huge stars, but on the other hand, like Ben Affleck did a really good job. Michael Keaton did a really good job. Christian Bale's pretty good, and I mean, whatever. When it comes to Batman, I guess it doesn't matter. But Battinson, I really like Battinson. Yeah, it's got that Grindhouse. I mean, the movie does have a Grindhouse feel to it. Yeah, it's like you can see the smog. You like taste it. Hey, how about we take a hit? Liz, are you still here? Liz, are you in the chat enjoying your stir fry? Anyone? Smoke them if you got them. Feliz viaje, which I think means happy trip. Happy vacation. He doesn't sparkle, no. But all joking aside, Robert Pattinson is really damn good. The Gallo. The delivery is just so natural, man. I just love I mean, we talk about this all the time on the channel, right, guys? It's the number one important thing that you need for your movie is a good story, and then you need a good script to tell that good story. And then you need to visually tell the story well and pick the right performers. And I mean, what's on the page here is so good that these guys are able to just make it feel so natural, all these performers. Hell yeah, it's just about I'd imagine you've seen this one, right, Liz? It's just about to get pretty wacky here. No, not at all. He's a total creep. Yeah, he's a total creep. I mean, really, if he was actually interested in if there was something going on in that bathroom, he should have also been like, "I'm sorry, miss, but I have to look in the shower." And then he would have found those guys. Well, he would have been shot. But yeah, he peeks in and then he continues to stare while he's closing the door. It's super creeps. Super creeps. Welcome on in, Prince. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here tonight, watching From Dusk Till Dawn, celebrating 30 years. Can you guys believe that? 30 years of this horror. I want to call it a horror comedy classic. I mean, the comedy is there. It's not too zany, but I think they play up some of the gore for some laughs. But just a really beautiful mix between Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. And I think this is the best vampire movie of all time. I've seen the first Twilight because I watched the Riff Tracks commentary. The Mystery Science Theater guys do the commentary. I love that shot there, just the camera and George moving closer to one another simultaneously, and then the red lights hitting George. And this, again, this could be shot anywhere near where I live, anywhere between Phoenix and LA. You could shoot this. Hell yeah. I mean, it's a total party, isn't it, Liz? Today's guys, just so you know, if you're a channel member over on Liz's channel, she's got special emojis, and one of them is a pink circle that says titties with D's instead of T's. So if I ever bring up Liz's thing in the chat and then I say something like titties, it's a reference to her channel. And Cheech just killing it here. Oh my God. He is just relishing in this. Like, do you even write this dialogue for Cheech Marin, or do you just let him? Do you just say, hey, Cheech, think of every kind of adjective you could put in front of the word pussy? And one of my favorite lines in the movie is coming up here, where he says, if you can find a cheaper pussy, fuck it. Oh, my goodness. I'm very happy about where we're at. This is like coach giving the speech, you know, it's like a huddle before you go in. I mean, honestly, Seth and Richie don't seem like the worst. I mean, as long as Seth is there to reel it in. Dude, he's so tough as Batman. Pretty sure this is a green screen here. It's very well composited. Yeah. Here it is. Cheaper put. Yes, there we go. Got to break that fourth wall every now and then, right? Apple pie pussy. Jeez. The editing is so great. Again, comic booky. Oh, there was that little, you see that gust of wind that blew his hair. Oh, was that a little like vampire kind of mojo? I don't know why he's hiding it right now, but yeah, he could just go ahead and take care of business. But I guess there are some other non-vamps outside, and you don't want to blow the whole thing. Yeah, I've only seen the one. It was really tough, even with the commentary, even with the funniest people making fun of it. And here we go, guys. Titty Twister, and we got titties. And this band is killer. I love this band. I love their outfits, dressed like the Three Amiga. I mean, I know it's mariachi, but the songs are really fun. Like, I just love the vibe. I think there's something really cool about movies when you have a live band in the movie. It brings a cool atmosphere. The shot sequencing and the composition of the shots are amazing. Danny Trejo looks so young here. 30 years ago. He still had a, tough looking face and everything like that. The teenage years must have been rough, but it's wild to see him look so young. So like thin. Hey, I never dissed it. Titties. Everyone loves, a good pair, right? Guys, girls, we all love them. Thank you, Prince. I've been having a lot of fun with my thumbnails lately, and you guys are awesome for being so kind to say something about it. And it's encouraged me to keep on going. And I'm like, I hope this thumbnail gets a compliment, you know? Whereas before I was just like, I need a thumbnail. Titties. I love Pops. Pops Harvey Keitel is like figuring this all out. The music is getting louder. So as the tension actually lowers, the music gets louder and then the tension breaks, but it breaks in a favorable way for our characters. These are things that I'm sure we all like notice in some sort of way, right? But I don't know if they're always talked about. This is one of the reasons why I started a channel so I could talk about these things that I notice in movies. Have you noticed that in this movie or other movies? Because sometimes you can create a contrast or a juxtaposition, but also sometimes you can just have things like kind of moving together in a really nice way. Um, and these girls are great at what they do. Just, quick comment on that. That line there. You have some food? Best in Mexico. I kind of doubt that. Yeah, and Seth is just full on like, I'm going to be a dick to everyone. Yes. He says every kind. Every kind. Yep. Yeah. To me, it's the sniff before he says smelly is really cracks me up too. This was your first time seeing Harvey Keitel and Juliette Lewis. All right. I mean, I had seen Keitel in like, a handful of things before this one. And Juliette Lewis, I mean, I'm a big Christmas Vacation guy, like, or just Vacation in general, Chevy Chase fan. And yeah, know her from that one. There might have been something else that I saw her in. I didn't see Natural Born Killers until later. Was there something else she was in too? I don't know. Either way. She was in Cape Fear. Wasn't she in Cape Fear? Yeah. The Robert De Niro version. Swift, what's happening, man? Happy, terrifying Tuesday to you as well. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully, I'm not too far behind in the chat, guys. Do I think Zorro has a fair chance against the Geckos? Like, if you put Antonio Banderas' Zorro into this movie? Yeah. I think Zorro, if Zorro's worth talking about, he should be able to stand a chance against the Geckos. Yeah. The abusive drinking that Seth is doing here because he's mad at the big dude. Julia, yes, I'll have another one. Thank you. Dude, he is just like, that can't feel good. Slamming the glass down like that. And they're just going to drink a whole bottle of tequila just like that. They need Dalton from Roadhouse. Yeah, they could stand to have a couple Roadhouse guys here. Your channel it's just such a celebration of them. I feel so welcome there, Cole, what's happening, bud? Welcome on in, man. Tito and Tarantula, thank you. I know I've seen the band name in my, through watching the movies and everything like that, but I could not remember it. Yeah, they're really good. It's just, like I said, like not even it's the kind of music that I would choose to listen to very often, but it just fits the movie so well. Hope you're doing well, Cole. Great to see you. I asked a question. Yeah. Two juggernauts of acting just face to face here. Yeah, are you such a loser? You can't tell when you've won. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now so I don't forget it because I'm so like in one ear out the other, or in one part of my brain out of my brain. Okay, Tito and Tarantula. They've got some rippers. I mean, After Dark. Oh, and they remastered it in 2015. Nice. Yeah, they come back. They have that song when, Salma's dancing here in a minute. It's a really I mean, the dance is sexy, the song is really sexy too. Yes. He's so good. Yeah. I knew when I was like, I hope Jamie's still here so she can chime in with her love. I feel like they really are universally loved. Oh, thank you, Liz. I appreciate it. I mean, guys, just so you know, full disclosure, I don't have the money to pay for an artist, and I'm not an amazing visual artist. I use Microsoft Copilot to help me create certain images. I'm sure you already knew that, but just not going to shy away from saying it. Now, if I were making a movie for with millions of dollars, I would not use any AI at all, right? Um, but it's a one man show here at the Davey Deathray channel. They did some of the music from Desperado. They're really good. I mean, this song has a sweet vibe. Like, it's sexy vocal, sexy, they don't even have a bassist in the like, as far as what we see here, they probably lay a bass down on the track, right? But as far as what we see, it's acoustic guitar, electric guitar, and drums, which I guess, like, if your acoustic guitar has enough low end on it, you could probably get away without having a bassist. I mean, fuck, the Doors didn't have a bassist, but they did have a keyboardist that could play bass riffs. So, yeah, Desperado's awesome. El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico, really good. Well, I might as well mention it while we're on this scene. Salma Hayek is just she's unbelievable here. I mean, I don't know if she had dancing in her background. Wouldn't be surprised if she did, but the preparation to perform the dance convincingly is very much respected. We all know she's a beautiful lady. And then, of course, her body she had it in ridiculous shape here. And everything that I've seen, all evidence I've seen is that she still looks pretty much just as good today, which is kind of mind blowing. But I'll give it up to the costume designer. Let's celebrate everyone, not just we can objectify her, sure, but let's talk about the costume. This bikini that they've created, the clasps that go on her arms, like the headdress that she has on and everything like that. I mean, yeah, the high hipped waistband on the bikini bottom. And I wonder if this is the moment in the script where Tarantino was like, "Yeah, I think I'll play Richie. Could I play Richie, guys?" And then she puts the foot in Richie's mouth, so I think I should be Richie because everyone knows I've got the foot thing, right? And I mean, this must have been fun for both performers for different reasons. That move right there, I don't understand how I mean, that's incredible balance. And she continues to shimmy and shake while drinking. That's pretty wild too. That never would have occurred to me. Letting the booze fall out of one person's mouth into another, that would have never occurred to me until I saw this movie. Sweet solo, very tasteful. And I'm going to give props to the band here. Obviously, it's a recorded track. This is not the live performance that they're capturing, but man, they are mimicking their actual performance so well. It is a really good on stage performance. Yes, because that's on the soundtrack as well, I believe. I've never seen that video, Slasher Fred. I saw that song pop up when I was looking up stuff about the movie today. It is pretty cool. Oh, they're great. Yeah. I mean, especially the first one, just regular vacation and Christmas. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Natural Born Killers, I think, would have been a better movie if Tarantino got to direct it, because he wrote it, but um, Oliver Stone did that one. Yeah, I think Desperado, maybe it's the best one out of all of them. Yeah. Wicked Pinto, welcome on in. Yeah, he's pretty, realistically I mean, he is a total sicko, right? Like, hopefully you never meet anyone like Richie, but people like that certainly exist in this world. Yeah. Well, at least he stabbed you where you already had a hole. Yeah, she was super young in that, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. I've only seen that one once, but yeah, she's, that movie's really good. Again, I love the editing, very comic booky, very pulpy. Yeah, California, I need to revisit that one, I think. Man, there were just that was a really cool era of movies where just the strangest movies would like compelling but strange movies would get made all the time. Favorite vampire movie is Near Dark or Lost Boys. Okay. Outside of the classics. I mean, those are classics too, right? Yeah. I didn't even put I should have put Near Dark in there, but I think what did I put? Twilight as a joke. Or no, did I put something? I was thinking about doing Twilight. I put Blade. Blade is almost wow. Blade's tied for second place. Okay. Lost Boys is winning. All right, fair enough. I feel like with most people that I know, it's between The Lost Boys and Fright Night. Really cool mix here of CG and practical effects. And I think that both should definitely have a place in filmmaking. And they do a really good job here. Very similar to what we saw in like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And even guys, I mentioned this the other week, subspecies. Don't sleep on subspecies. If you like vampire movies, if you haven't checked those out, I think all of the sequels are enjoyable. Like the first two sequels are the better sequels, but they're all they you can have fun with all of them, but man, that first subspecies movie, I really dig that one. Dude, Charles Band and Full Moon are so good. If you could put any major action character in this bar with them, who'd you pick? Major actor action character. Um, that's a great transition there. Guys, we're in the middle. The mayhem has just started. Oh my, one of these chicks is still just dancing. This must have been really fun for the dancers to get all made up and stuff. And the band is playing a bunch of bodies done up as instruments, which is awesome effects work by K&B. Major action character in this bar with them, who would I pick? Can I do like the good T-800 from Terminator 2, Judgment Day? That'd be kind of cool. RoboCop? RoboCop? That'd be kind of funny. Undead or unalive, you're coming with me. You do not find snakes sexy? I think yeah, I mean, I don't find any animals sexy. But I think snakes are cool. Yeah. Canva's my hero, not a big deal. You do get I don't know if you get this, Liz, but I get trolls that, you know, I could make a thumbnail completely on my own. They won't say a word and then you use some AI and they pop in. That's a crazy effect there they just used. What we got is Fred Williamson. Yes. Wanted to make sure I got because Fred Williamson. It's kind of a generic name, but not a generic actor or not a generic mountain of a man. Good God. Have they not done a 4K or did somebody else do the 4K? Yeah, I mean, this movie needs like I think this movie needs massive celebration. Like, maybe this is a hot take, guys, but I think this is easily better than The Lost Boys and Fright Night, like, easily. Um, it's just so much fun. But again, it's like it's right up my alley. I'm like, it's like Evil Dead 2, you know, Evil Dead 2 and From Dusk Till Dawn and like Dead Alive, like Shaun of the Dead is a newer, you know, well, 20 years old now, but you know, another example of that. Just these movies that are really like, yeah, they're bloody and disgusting and all that kind of stuff. And they're definitely horror movies, but they're just fucking riots. A good kind of riot. It's true, Ryan. Well, no, people will have seriously put together the pictures. They do a picture of her in this movie and then a picture of her from like 2025, like in a bikini. And it says like at the bottom, like, I'm starting to think she actually is a vampire because it's pretty crazy. Oh, and we even get a foot here too, you know, dude, his reaction when she's like, you're gonna lick the dog shit from my heel. And he's like, oh, sput. Welcome to slavery. No thanks. I already had a wife. Slow clap. What a line. What a line. You know, it's like from Ace Ventura when Lois says, I could make your life a living hell. And he's like, what does he say? He's like, thank you, Lois, but I'm not ready for a relationship. Welcome on in, David. I must have missed you jumping in or initially, but welcome on in. One of our great channel members there. No worries, Tia. You can mute my ass whenever you want to. Dude, Fred Williamson's so badass here, ripping the heart out, just gangster. The way he delivers lines, man. Oh, that's hardcore. I did not know that. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine you'd probably want some handling experience. Yeah, just stab the heart with a pencil, bro. Manny's Manic Media, welcome on in. One of our great channel members. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, guys, here's the thing. If someone's feet, if they take care of their feet and the feet look good, then that's a good thing. We should be happy for them. We should celebrate it, all that kind of stuff. You know, to me, it's not a big deal, but once you notice it in all the movies and then people talk about it, but you know, whatever. Honestly, between her having him drink off her foot and then having have him drink from out of her mouth, I think the mouth one is a little more weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, I don't know. What can you do? Like, I don't need you to be feeding me like a bird or anything like that. What's happening in Hollywood? Lito, one of our great channel members, welcome on in. And it has just been total mayhem here. Now they're taking care of what would seemingly be the last of the bunch, right? Man, this chick is just like naked, well, topless, like the whole friggin' time. Some of these dancers had certain things written into their contracts. You can totally, you know, you can definitely tell. But no, in this case, she's in it to win it there. Oh, yeah. I don't think there's a hotter dance in film history that I can think of. There is something hypnotic about the Hammond, you know. Hammonds are beautiful. There's a punk band from England called Snuff, and they were on Fat Records for a little bit out here in the States at least. And their drummer is their singer, but they had a trombone and a Hammond keyboard player. It's a really cool sound with like pop punk, you know. Very interesting sound. She had to be hypnotized. Wow. I mean, those boas though, those constrictors, like they're pretty chill creatures, you know? They're not really interested in trying to hurt or eat a person just cuz. Russell, welcome on in, one of our great channel members right there. Yeah, I've only seen Near Dark once. I enjoyed it. I love Bill Paxton though. Absolutely, rest in peace. I will have to see Near Dark a couple more times before I really kind of know if I love it. But I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, love Lance Henriksen, and Richie's vampire looks a lot like Frankenstein's monster, right? Doesn't he? Or creature, whatever verbiage, whatever the preferred nomenclature is. There were a lot of movies like that in the 90s with that indie craze that popped off. Yeah. Seth, come on, dude. Seth, you need to be the reasonable one here. Come on. It's great makeup on Quentin. And that's a really cool look too. I like the going in and out. We don't need to see the transition. Yeah. And I wonder if that's actually him. I would imagine it's actually him in the makeup. He probably wanted to be put in that. What about Love at First Bite that gets no love? I've never heard of that one. How about the Jim Carrey movie though? Once Bitten. How about that? Yeah, some of these digital effects are not very good. Have not held up very well. The transitions look pretty good. It's pretty obvious. I mean, whatever. You know, it's 1996. I'm gonna give him a break. Yeah, I've never heard of this one. Yeah, I love that first one. I think the first sequel is really strong. I think the third movie in the franchise is like pretty fun too. Well, and Fright Night is also Rear Window, pretty much. Billy, welcome on in, man. Hope you're doing very, very well. I'm going to catch up on the chat here. Oh, thank you, Lito. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Yeah, not piss ass drunk and smelly, dude. You are right, bro. Whew. Come on. Everything Fred Williamson says in this movie is so epic. every line delivery. Dude, that moon in the background, that shot is gorgeous. What a shot. What a shot. It's almost like the titty twister is an old church that was turned in. I mean, I know later on we see what it really is with those doors and everything, right? Hey there, Blake. Welcome on in, man. Saw your poll and saw you included Blade. I like Blade 2 more. Yeah, I was trying to do like sort of like I think 280s, 290s is sort of what I was thinking there. Yeah, I think Blade 2 might be the better movie. I don't know. That's another interesting, like the CG in those movies, in those first two, pretty rough. Like Guillermo del Toro early on in his career, he didn't have the best effects work, honestly. Yeah. Now, I think Blade's okay as a character. I don't think Blade's really that cool though. Like the half vampire, half not. Like, I don't know. That's whatever. I just keep on as Joe Dirt. You mean Joe Dierte? Yeah, they will do that. Absolutely, Liz. And I think honestly, I think some of the trolls are a few people that I've upset somehow that create dummy accounts to give me shit about stuff because it's pretty obvious when it happens. I'm like, oh, I know exactly who this is. Sex Machine, Tom Savini. What a good job he does in this movie for, doing little acting roles here and there in his career, but being an effects guy, hasn't. I think this is the role where I've seen him get the most screen time. And I think it's the role where he's the most charming and natural. Did you guys know that Tom Savini was in Vietnam? That's the requisite horror content creator joke I have to make. We had a boa constrictor in my second grade class, and I would get permission slips signed to watch it eat. It was fun. Blue, it's amazing. Got to check it out. If you like zombie movies and you like fun, kind of silly horrors. Is that Robert Kurtzman right there? I think that's Robert Kurtzman that just bit him. I think so. Give the nod to Fright Night. There you hey, at least you know what I mean? Like purely nostalgia reasons. I get it. That's like me with The Evil Dead. It's my favorite in the franchise, and I know it's not technically the best made movie in the franchise, but I just really love it. It's my favorite. What can I do? Yeah, Blue, if you don't live in the United States, you want to look for Brain Dead. Good night, David. Have a good one, man. You'd be surprised. Ooh, which line is that from 10 minutes ago? I can't think of it. If I ever got to hang out with Quentin, I would honestly just talk to him about movies. I would be like, dude, let's talk about Day of the Dead from George A. Romero. I would want to nerd out about some movies that I've noticed have influenced a lot of what he does, and movies that he doesn't talk about all the time. The line, no thanks, I already have a wife, wasn't, oh, gotcha, had a wife, yeah. I love that. We read a real book, like a Time Life book. I'll take that as a no. But I love the scene in a movie, right? You got to have the what can we do about it scene. I think, like, honestly, like, for how long Evil Dead Burn was, they could have used some of that time to have a scene like this in it, where we actually talk about what we can do and what we know and some sort of plan. I don't know. What's happening, Joe? One of our great channel members in Death Squad mods. Don't have another screen right now to watch along. No worries, bud. You can catch it on the replay, or you can just chill. Yeah. Ooh. That's like the yo mama joke of preacher life. Like, you don't question my faith. But he takes it. Seth takes it. See, at this point, the whole I'm holding you captive, like, those roles have been eaten away by the vampire fuckery. Yeah, Blake, I had fun watching you and Matt. I love Matt. Matt's one of the first friends I made, as far as like other content creator friends, over at Fachi Cinema. So always a pleasure watching Matt. It was cool seeing you over there, Blake. Guys, if you haven't checked out Blake's channel, where is he? If you haven't checked out Far From Blake, go give him a sub. Check out his vids. For the quality of what he puts out there and for just the personality that you get, I think Blake deserves more love. So there you go. He's got the Davey Deathray stamp of approval. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but is that true or is that just a great joke? Ryan. I want to believe that's a joke. That's just a really well-timed joke. I'm a mean servant of God. So there you go. He has come back to his faith. And Seth, isn't it amazing that Seth is basically like, I didn't even believe in any of this stuff before, but I know that those things come from hell. And if that exists and they exist, then dude, like God's gotta be real. Like I love that's a really cool like in-world explanation. Or just like change of, two characters both having that arc together. Oh, and this must have been written by Tom Savini here. I was a Nam. I mean, we give Tom Savini a tough time, but really there's, nothing funny about having to have fought in Vietnam. His foot thing isn't a big deal. I mean, watch any canon movie in there. Yeah. Well, thank you for giving the censored version there. I appreciate you, Wicked Pinto. Yeah, I mean, in the 80s and 70s, it was all that stuff was wild. Yeah. I think it's just people find the foot thing more off-putting because a lot of people can't stand feet. Like it makes them gag, like seeing feet. I'm not one of those people, but I also don't have a foot fetish. I'm just in the middle wondering what all the fuss is about, Why is there a bunch of fuss afoot, That's a good point, Ryan. That's in contention for sure. And then who is it? Rose McGowan in Planet Terror. She's got a pretty good one in that, right? Is that who it is there? I think was it Rose McGowan in that movie? I didn't like the Grindhouse movies very much. I didn't think Death Proof or Planet Terror were really that good. I mean, got kind of an interesting concept, but Death Proof is seriously watching the same thing happen twice in like an hour and 15 minutes. You're like, okay. So I watched the same thing happen twice with different outcomes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's pretty. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's something about the exotic nature of everything that goes around Salma's dance here. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. How does no one see Sex Machine going behind Fred Williamson here? How does he not feel the fingers on his neck or on his shoulders? I mean, it's, again, comic booky, right? In the real world, they would have been like, oh, a vampire sneaking behind him. It's kind of like an Evil Dead 2 and Ash is like looking out the door when everyone shows up. He's looking out the door and then he backs up. He's still looking out the door. He backs up. And then because we can't see, somebody jumps right on Ash, but it's like Ash would have seen that person running towards them. But because of how they have the camera set up, it's like a total surprise. Fucking bit me. This is one of my favorites too. Come on, Sex Machine. Love it. The Sex Machine look is great. Yeah. Should we do yeah, now you guys are fucked. This is a really cool shot here too of Fred Williamson with that massive just appliance they have here. All those, I mean, the CG bats look good too. And it's shot really well. The music's really kind of disorienting here. So, and this is another thing I just want to bring up really quick too that's fun about this movie. The vampires have like certain characteristics that are shared, but it's not uniform as far as like we just made the same looking mold for multiple size heads and faces. Like everyone looks a little different, and it's the same way they did the Deadites in the older Evil Dead movies. Is they all had different qualities. you know? So I like that it's not uniform, I guess is what I'm saying. That each character's got their own kind of look. Let me see if I can skip ahead in the chat. I feel like I'm missing quite a bit here from you guys. Mr. Jaime and Fuego is joining us. What's happening, Fuego? Always a pleasure to see you join in, man. Hopefully you're still kicking about. My all-time favorite banger film. I love this movie so much. Yes, I'm right there with you, Fuego. This is my favorite. Swift, I'm going to be live. I'm going to probably tomorrow during the day. Usually I do Wednesdays late night, but I'm going to do one that's going to be a before the dark. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow, so I want to get in as much hang time with him as I can. But I'm doing one, guys. I have a live stream built for Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be our Write the Sequel. We're going to write the sequel in the Halloween franchise. So I've already got that stream all built, Swift. So if you're looking for something to do on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, you can hop on in and help us pick where in the franchise we want to put our sequel and then piece it all together from there. Should be really fun. Just a creative exercise for everyone to do together. Like that these vampires are more the Aztec snake variety. It's a different kind of vampire. They're very zombie-esque. You know, maybe that's why I get the Dawn of the Dead vibe. Like everything that we just saw there and what we're getting into here, I just get the feeling of the original Dawn of the Dead. I love that Seth is like, you bit my boy. Like he's had a total change of character. It's incredible. Oh, gotcha. Well, that's cool lore building or world building. I think it's because they don't have anything going on in their life that's like creative and fun. So they just want to try to ruin something. And sometimes, Liz, I think people see other people expressing themselves and it makes them feel bad that they're not out there expressing themselves. So they just try to like poo poo and make people feel bad for expressing themselves. Like, why can't everyone just be like me and be a sad person that never says what they feel? It's like, well, or you could just be the kind of person that goes out there and like isn't just a spectator in your life, you know? He did, yeah. He missed Night of the Living Dead because of it. Yeah. It is true, yes. He was a photographer in Vietnam. So yeah, it's kind of where he saw a lot of crazy shit. He probably had to take pictures of a lot of crazy shit. And then when it came time to making effects and stuff, he was like, well, I know how it should look. How do I get there? So, I mean, it lent itself to the rest of his career. Dude, the San Diego Zoo, I went there when I was like 6 years old. What a time. What a time. Feeding an anaconda was very strange. Yeah, I've never seen a snake that big. Lito, thank you for dropping in, man, and hanging out. Sending all the best to you and your mom for a speedy, healthy recovery. Hope you have a great night, man. And yeah, we'll see you sometime soon. You know, I'm not going to judge you for it, Liz. If you get the ick from Tarantino, yeah. I mean, I don't find him to be attractive. I mean, I know maybe you're not. That's not exactly what you're saying with the ick. I think that could be part of the ick. But yeah, I don't know. I get vibes from certain. You know what I mean? You just look at somebody and you're like, yeah, it seems like it would be uncomfortable. Yeah. I love this scene here where he makes them pledge. So this is almost like the tables have kind of turned. I mean, remember at the beginning, Seth is like, I'm going to shoot your son if you don't bring everyone, right? That's how it's going to go. And then here we are. Jacob is now pointing the gun at his own head, being like, I'm going to take myself out if you guys don't pledge to take me out when the time comes. And George is the audience right now. George is doing the, oh, what's it going to be? It's true. That's true. Swearing to God, no big deal. You know, do whatever you want. Pretty sure the Bible is like, don't do that. But it is something we just say casually, like, I swear to God, you know. Yeah. I wonder for him if that helped. I would imagine it was therapeutic in a way, or else he wouldn't have done it, right? I mean, if he had a terrible time with it. Oh my gosh, Four Rooms is so much fun. Yeah, Tim Roth is so good in that movie. I mean, all the different scenes directed by, you know, different directors, really cool concept. Again, we're talking about mid 90s, mid to late 90s indie films that just were kind of like loose in their, you know, they told stories kind of, but it was just sort of like a lot of experimental kind of filmmaking. Man, these vamps look really good. There's a lot of beautiful work on characters you're only seeing for a few seconds. It's really good. And we just don't get this anymore, huh? People in full body costumes don't really see that. Yeah, the part in Four Rooms where the kids flip the mattress up and Tim Roth sees the dead body, and as he says, "What the fuck is that?" he starts vomiting, but still says the line of dialogue as he's vomiting. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in a movie. I had to like rewind it and watch it multiple times. I don't think he would ever want to talk to me about anything, but I'm saying if I were able to have a conversation with him, I would want to talk to him about Day of the Dead. But no, I would never expect that he. But maybe if I was like, "What do you think of Day of the Dead?" Because I haven't really seen him out there talking about it, and I think he would be like, "Ooh," he might think, "I've been wanting to talk about Day of the Dead, and no one's asked me about that one. Everyone asked me about Jaws and everything like that." Ripping the head off of Sex Machine. And Sex Machine is kind of like the big boss, you know? That's a really simple effect right there, right? Yeah. Sex Machine ain't done. That idea of the holy water condoms, fucking amazing. They're so creative with everything. Like the jackhammer steak is great. I mean, really, all I would want is a bunch of the holy water condoms and the holy water super soakers and just melt these fuckers. This is a really cool animatronic puppet here. Looks like it's controlled through the ground because the tail and the legs, the back legs aren't moving. But they do a really good job with the limitations here. It's a pretty cool sweeping shot here. Yeah, it's a cool looking puppet, man. Slow-mo Kate coming in with the crossbow of doom. Yeah, that was the cool thing about Tarantino and Rodriguez writing this together is bringing in that crime story element to start things off. Yeah. And they still started off really violently, just a different kind of violence. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I didn't take it as you know, as a dig towards me or anything like that personally. Yeah, I get what you're like he does seem, you know, he's very refined and very good at what he does. So there's a certain bit of like snobbish kind of air about him. I love that bit with the Fred Williamson vampire of like using him to I don't know exactly why he melts away. Is it just that the damage from the gun was close enough to his heart? I never really understood that though. But I do love the using him to like cock the gun. Dead. It's a really cool look too for him. I love that they make him look like none of the other vampires, and then he just goes for it. He does the whole kind of cheesy hand out in front. But I love like the angular look on everything. This shot here too, when they go back to him and he's like half of his like that's a really cool puppet or dummy. Very Evil Dead 2, and K and B essentially got their start on Evil Dead 2, so you're going to see similarity. Yep. Fight now, cry later. Kill me, Kate. The line "Kill me, Kate." I'm like, that is a classic line here. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you dropping that. Yeah. Like I love Kurt Russell, don't get me wrong. I just like Death Proof is yeah. It's like an episode of a TV show. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, I've only seen each one of those once, so you never have to ever say sorry for no supers, guys. I do this because I love doing it and hanging out with you guys. The super chats are just icing on the cake. So when you're feeling it or you want to do it, cool, cool. I never, yeah, I don't. You're totally cool. That would be a wild use of power. Maybe too far reaching, Ben. I love how they work in the sunlight. It is so reminiscent of the old Hammer films and killing Dracula with the sunlight. And what? I think it hits the disco ball here at some point. Yeah, shoot more holes. Exactly. There you go. Clooney doing some weird dancing there in that last shot. Or maybe it's his stunt double doing some dancing. There you go. Blake picking up some subs. Yeah, you know, why not? Why not switch teams for Selma? This sudden explosion of vampires. I love it. And here we go. We got Cheech. We got more Cheech. Yeah, I've seen that. So I must have seen the director's cut. Yeah, there is a good strip or not strip tease, but dance. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like he makes bad movies or anything. It's just not very like to me, I wasn't very entertained. But I mean the practicality of like the car race or the car chases and stuff, like all that stuff's impressive. I just don't know if it entertains me very much. Him just punching Carlos. It's one of my favorite bits in the whole movie. In Mexico. Sorry, guys. I'm just enjoying it. Yeah, it's been a rough day for those two characters there. What were they, psychos or something? This is my. They look like psychos. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. Fuck how crazy they are. That's one of my favorite lines. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are. Death Proof made me want a plate of nachos real bad. Nachos are great, and it's like you very rarely have everything you need to make them, huh? Mm, yeah, Liz, it's pretty wild. It is pretty wild. Yeah, it's like time to get a hobby, or I don't know, maybe with some of these people that at least some of the people I deal with, I'm like, "Sounds like you just should start your own channel." I don't know. Like, if you wanna tell me how to run things, maybe you should just, like, run your own. How about that? Mexican and domestic, but you're in Mexico. He does, yeah. Alright, let me catch up with you guys here because I saw a super chat coming in. I've heard this movie so hardcore, I've never seen Bad Lieutenant, but, I don't know, it might be too tough for Davey Deathray. It's damn funny. Like new. Well, thank you so much to your for your father's service there, Jamie. It's yeah, I mean, that was a really long one and not good for anyone. I don't know. It's unfortunate. Knight Riders never gets talked about. That's a good one. Death by Disco Ball. Here's $50,000. There you go. Sorry about your family. There's some winnings. Okay, I can give him a shot again. It's been a while. I love this line too. It's the toughest gangster town ever. Yeah, it's very much like a King Arthur tale through Ren Fair, traveling Ren Fair. This line here. I may be a bastard, but I'm not a fucking bastard. That's pretty good. The Wicked Pinto dropping a was that Australian $20 says it was a joke about how I couldn't spend $5 after spending about 2 grand on my son. How can I piss away $20 on you? Well, thank you so very much, Wicked Pinto. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't pick up on the sarcasm there. Thank you so very much, man. I really do appreciate it. And seriously, like I don't ever like expect that kind of stuff. So every time you guys jump in to support the channel by hanging out or you're throwing out super chats or gifting memberships, like it is so very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for the 20. This matte painting is so gorgeous, guys. The matte painting is, you know, old school matte painting is more or less a lost art, but they still do plenty of matte paintings in movies. It's my brother does matte painting and I mean even more than that in films. But this shot of the old Aztec temple, I love that. That the reveal that like this thing has a history of thousands of years of vampiredom or whatever the proper nomenclature is there. And that is it, guys. That is From Dusk Till Dawn. Just like that, we made it through. And oh my gosh, what a friggin' breeze that movie is. They say it's an hour and 48 minutes. That's with credits. It's just about an hour and 42 minutes if you're just talking strictly movie time there. And yeah, there we are. Holy cow. We crushed that one. I think we did a pretty damn good job. I don't know. Did you guys have fun? I had fun celebrating 30 years of From Dusk Till Dawn. Guys, it's been 30 years since I had my wisdom teeth taken out. I just don't know. It's just, I miss those guys. You know what I mean? Just big, awkward, and broken up into a whole bunch of chunks. Let's see here. We stopped. Well, I don't think we stopped. The movie's over. So the movie is all finished there. But maybe if you're a little bit behind on the stream, maybe the movie's not finished for you. I had a lot of fun with Sinners too. Did somebody bring it up? Because it was, oh yeah, when do we watch the prequels known as Sinners? Yeah, I mean, Sinners has like a little bit of that aspect. It's really funny when people are like, "Oh, Sinners is basically just from Dusk Till Dawn." And it's like, well, I mean, a party at a bar that turns into a vampire attack. Sure, those two things happen in both of those movies, but it's the whole setup and conceit. I mean, okay, they're criminal brothers. Okay, that's it. But seriously, like the vampires don't run the bar. It's not a trap for those people that went to the juke joint or anything like that. Everyone there is just as surprised. No one is in on it, right? That's at the juke joint already. So, I mean, there's a couple similarities, but I don't know. I mean, I would say something like, let's just keep it on vampires. Fright Night is way more of a Rear Window remake than Sinners was of From Dusk Till Dawn. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying here. Oh my gosh, I have the stream paused on the funniest frame of me where I'm going like this. I'm like looking all sad. I'm checking the poll here, guys. Gotta check that poll. Which vampire movie do you enjoy more? Fright Night sitting at 25%, The Lost Boys at 30%. Blade is tied at 30%. Wow, Blade and The Lost Boys are right there. 44 votes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for participating in the poll. And only 16% of you are with me on this one. But that's okay. I like it. I like being in that minority. I'm a punk rocker in my heart anyway. So I'm going to close that one out because if I don't do it now, I will forget to do it until the outro's rolling and everyone's bounced. So there we go, guys. Lost Boys and Blade tied at 30%. I'm kind of surprised. Good on you, Blade, for climbing up in that poll. And let's see what else we got here. I'm just going to skip to, Davey's checking his poll, y'all. Yeah, poll, P-O-L-L, Tia? P-O-L-L, not P-O-L-E. Come on, head out of the gutter. Oh, we try. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know enough about everything that went on in Vietnam to, parse it all out here on the stream. But, yeah. Went on for a really long time. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. We're sitting here at just 2 hours, and I know it's late for you East Coast folks, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the evening here. So, because you guys reached that super chat goal earlier this evening, we're going to have a bonus stream on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. And I think that I will be streaming tomorrow earlier on in the day. So it'll be a late night with the Davey before dark. Or if you're in the UK, it probably will be dark. How about that? Thank you so very much for kicking it with us, Liz. Are you going to stream it all tonight? I guess not. Maybe just playing for fun. I'm going to get to the RE4 remake because I've just been enjoying the hell out of that lately. So I can't wait to dive into that. Guys, keep an eye out for my Ice Cream Man non-spoiler short review. If you want to watch the full review, it's over at the Horror Show channel, but I'll do a non-spoiler short review here on the Davey Deathray channel. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see here. We could do that a little bit down the line. Yeah, I really enjoyed Sinners. Yeah. Ranking of these 4 movies from Dusk Till Dawn, Lost Boys, Fright Night. So you're doing best to worst. Okay, so Dusk Till Dawn's the best, Lost Boys second best, Fright Night, and then Blade. All right. Well, hey, Fright Night and Blade 4.5 out of 5. That's pretty damn good. Have a great one, Wicked Pinto. Thank you so much to everyone who dropped a super chat. Paula dropped 2 $5 super chats. OMG. Jigsaw with 3 $5 super chats. Thank you so very much, Jiggy, making that goal happen. And then the Wicked Pinto's like, boom, I'll give you an Aussie 20 bucker. How about it? Thank you so very much, guys. Your support is greatly appreciated. Watching the streams, watching the vids, hitting the like button, subscribing, telling a friend. I think that's the big one. Where we're at now is let some of your friends know. If you have even people that you just know in chat rooms on other channels, bring them on over. Let's get the party a little, we don't want to be out of control, but let's get a little more rowdy. How about that? You guys are amazing. Thank you so very much for hanging out. And thank you to all the channel members, the Patreon members, the Death Squad mods. Really do appreciate y'all holding down the fort. You guys are incredible. I love you all. You are so beautiful. and I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be 3 p.m. Eastern. Keep an eye out for that. That'll be a quick one, and then we'll celebrate a year of my sobriety on Thursday. How about it? All right, guys, that wraps up this one. I will wish my father a happy birthday for you. G, thank you so very much, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being a channel member as well. Yeah, and you guys, once the stream ends, like once I've shut it off, you can hype it. So feel free to hype the stream if you want to share the From Dusk Till Dawn love. How about that? All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me, but you know how we end these things. Until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.